The Sim World Racing Network presents the All-American Racing.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Kansas Speedway just outside of Kansas City. Stop number 30 for the All-American Racing League Cup Series as we present the Middle America 240. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network's presentation at All-American Racing League Cup Series. My name is Nathan Christensen, so glad you could be along with us here this evening. Race number 30 on the year as we get set for the first race of round number 2 of the playoffs. Essentially, we got to the point where then there was 12. As we will take a quick look here at the race standings for the All-American Racing Cup Series after the reset. 4 drivers unable to continue in their chase for the championship. Ken Pack, Larry Gons, Tyrone Yo, and Michael Boone all on the outside looking in now. That leaves us with 12 drivers still with a shot at the 2024 championship. After the reset, points lead back in the hands of Alan Bledsoe. Behind him, Brendan Mathia, Dave Lerfano, Kyle Purcell, and Riley Hoots are the top 5. Then the remainder of the drivers looking to battle for this championship: Travis Rodriguez, James Nelson, Dave Hara, Mike Kurdzielek, Chad Snyder, Kelly Thomas, and Curtis Sobran. Those are the 12 drivers with a chance here at finishing up the season as the champion this year. As we'll take a look here on the left-hand side of your screen, we have the end of practice just upon us with Alan Bledsoe setting a 3:06.59 as his fastest time in practice. So as practice wraps up and we get set for qualifying here on the Sim World Racing Network, 18 cars have joined us tonight for race number 30 on the year. As we get set for qualifying, 5 minutes, 2 laps fastest of your lap will be the starting position for you tonight. Like I said, 18 cars looking to vie for a spot here for the pole. As we take a look at who is on track with us tonight, Josh Hetrick's driving that Lawn Care number 25 Toyota out of the Assault Motorsports Sable. He is back with us tonight. Great to have Josh back with us. The 01, that is the Animal Services 01 of Kyle Purcell here tonight. Michael Kurdzielek in his number 41 Moza Motorsports Buck Kicker Ford Mustang also out there. Last week's winner, first win of the year for the 75 AutoServe Ford. That's James Nelson. Curtis Sobran in the 54 tonight. He will be have a new look on that side of that car there tonight. Great look at Curtis as he goes through turns 1 and 2. Tyrone Yo Jr. back with us here in the number 2 car. Dave Lerfano brings that number 8 Assault Motorsports Toyota Graham Collision Machine up onto the banking, and will start his first of 2 laps. Kenneth Pack back with us tonight after missing out last week. The number 16 Prisma Health Machine, and then Riley Hoots also out there on track. First car to stop the clock tonight, Kyle Purcell with a 39.09. And then we have Curtis Sobran out there. He has also completed a lap of 31.006. 31.196, that is the time for Kurdzielek as they continue to click off laps here and look to set a fast time. So far, Kyle Purcell on top with a 3:09.09. Riley Hoots works his way back down across the line, see if he can improve on his first time. So his set of first lap time, he is going to do so. Second quick, 3:09.80. He gets bumped by Josh Hetrick in the 25, but Kyle Purcell goes even quicker with a 38.76. Larry Garnes just getting up to speed on his warm-up lap as you see him entering turns number 3 and 4. And they change over Dave Lerfano here. He also enters turn number 4. This is on his second of 2 time laps. James Nelson up to third with a 39.55. 955. Lerfano down onto the apron, crosses the line, see if he can improve on a 11th place spot. He does. Dave Lerfano goes top of the board with a 30.818. Dave Lerfano 30.818. Brendan Mathia, he'll work his way out of turn number 4, see if he can best the Lerfano 8 machine. He is also down on the apron across the line, see what he can do. Mathia second quick, 30872. 30872 for Brendan Mathia, just 0.5 of a second off that fast lap. A couple more cars still out there on track. Larry Garnes completing his second lap as we see him go through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straight of that beautiful number 20 machine, heading towards turns 3 and 4. His way out of turn 4, see if he can improve on a 12th starting position right there. You see, crosses the line down on the apron. Can he go out? He does. He gets into the 32nd bracket at 30969. The only other car on track right now, just finishing his warm-up lap and coming to take the green on his first of 2 attempts. That is the Alan Bledsoe, number 42, the American Tire Distributor, number 42 for Alan Bledsoe. Turns 1 and 2 he goes. The time to beat a 38.18 for Dave Lerfano. And then second, obviously, teammate 99, Brendan Mathia, Kyle Purcell, Josh Hetrick, and Travis Rodriguez, currently the top 5 in the lineup. And Bledsoe uses that high line through turns 3 and 4. See if he can put down a quick one here on the fast one. Crosses the line, stops the clock, first time by. No time on that one, as he must have got up into the wall a bit to negate the time on his first lap, so he will hopefully complete the second lap without incident. Down through turns 3 and 4 one more time, see if Bledsoe can clock in a lap this time on the radar gun, or on the speed gun. Comes through the trial on the apron, second lap. Second quick for Bledsoe, 30837. 30837 on the second lap for Alan Bledsoe. That'll move him obviously into second. So very close times here on the board. You can see 30818 for the pole sitter. Tonight that will be Dave Lerfano as time runs out on the session, as that will be the end of qualifying for tonight's Middle America 240. As the field will get set on pit road behind the pace car as we get ready to go 240 miles, 160 laps the distance here this afternoon from Kansas. Beautiful weather here. We'll take a quick look at the weather, see how it sits at the beginning of race time. Obviously we have 70 degrees Fahrenheit, a track temperature of 84 degrees, 69% humidity, and a clear sky for this afternoon's events. As the field forms behind the 8 car of Dave Lerfano down on pit road, they get set to go here. 18 cars strong will take the green flag tonight for race number 30 on the year, as I mentioned. We will set the field for you in just a moment, right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. As the lineup on the screen as the field gets set to roll off of pit road, Dave Lerfano out of Poland, Maine in the number 8 car on the inside. Row 1 outside him from Springfield, Missouri, that's Alan Bledsoe. Row 2 is Brendan Mathia out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. Home state race for him here tonight. Kyle Purcell out of Chicagoland, Illinois. Row 3, Josh Hetrick, he is out of Iowa, and Travis Rodriguez from San Antonio, Texas. Row number 4, James Nelson out of Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and then Larry Garnes fellow state mate out of Charleston, West Virginia. Riley Hoots comes to us from Palm Bay, Florida. He'll go off in the 9th spot. Michael Kurgelik out of Louisville, Kentucky will go from 10th. Dave Hara out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and Tyrone Yo from York, Pennsylvania make up row 6. Curtis Soburn and Ken Pack go from row number 7. Chad Snyder and Kelly Thomas, will go from row 8. And then on the last row tonight, out of East Lynn, West Virginia, that is Tommy Osborne. And out of California, Jim Hubble back with us tonight to make an appearance with the All-American Racing League as the field is set. The pace car heads down pit road. We get set to go racing, this time out of turn number 4, 240 miles, 160 laps, field under the control of the pace car, or the leader, Dave Lerfano. Green flag is out, and we are racing in the Midwest. Down into turns 1 and 2, still side by side, most of the way through the field as they exit turn number 2. Bledsoe will have a run on the top side. Lerfano right there on the inside, though. Down into 3, still side by side. As Lerfano will drop in line behind the 42, that time across the line. The battle is on, though, for third there with the 01 of Kyle Purcell, the 99 of Mathia. Right behind them, Josh Hetrick's in his 25, the 75 of Nelson, and the 79 of Rodriguez, all still in this one as the 2 wide for third right there, as the 75 clears for 5th on the 79, but they go back to battle here side by side out of turn number 4. Up front still continues to be Alan Bledsoe leading the way as Josh Hetrick's going the wrong way right now as the momentum of the bottom side sees a couple cars slip by him, as well as by James Nelson as they work through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, still some side-by-side battles here in the back half of the top 10. Nelson inside Hara, Kurgelik inside the 25 as he gets up in the wall. He is going to lose a couple more spots here as these cars continue to work by Josh on the inside. Up front, though, at this point, it's been Alan Bledsoe leading the way. 4 laps led so far for him as he has got company, though, on his inside. That is the number 99 teammate, Brendan Mathia, on his inside as they work into turn 3 and 4. Mathia is going to look to take the lead this time through turn 3 and 4. Give it to Mathia on the exit of turn number 4. Battle on, no 2x2 for third place as the 8 of Lerfano is under attack from the 79 of Travis Rodriguez. The 01 of Kyle Purcell also right there in the middle of the mix for third spot. Keeping an eye on the stage counts. 2 stages tonight like every week. Lap 48, the completion lap 48 will be the end of stage 1 there. But wobble from the 79 as he touches the apron a little bit that time through 3 and 4, able to hold on to it and not lose any ground. Looks like Bledsoe may have been into the wall at some point. He's got some front end scuff damage on the right hand side of that car. You can see on the 42. We're going to look the high side for 1 and 2. Dave Lerfano, though, sticking on the bottom where his car is working best so far here early in this one. As I was mentioning, stage 1 at the end of lap 48. Stage 2 will come to a conclusion at the end of lap 99. 160 laps will be the distance tonight as they work their way back through the trials. Some on the apron, some on the trial. But no one breaking away quite yet as it continues to lead. We see the Mathia 99 out front still as now Rodriguez looks to the outside of the 8 car as they work their way down the back straightaway. Going to get a run down into turn number 3, not able to clear him as Lerfano drives it deep in on the bottom to stay side by side off the exit. Kyle Purcell right there in 5th, looking for a mistake out of either one of those drivers to make a move and gain a few positions. contact between the 8 and the 79 that time. Gets the 79 a little bit up into the wall. He's able to hold on to it, though, as they work down the back straightaway. Field all nice and tight, still together. No stringing out quite yet here early in this one as we work lap 9 of 160 in the Middle America 240 from Kansas. You're watching the Sim World Racing Network. It's a presentation of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Race number 30 on the year, but more importantly, race number 4 of the 2024 playoffs. Continue to see a dogfight between the 8 and the 79. Looks like the 79 was able to get the advantage on the 8 and move by him. The wall a little bit there. And through turn 3, that's going to slow him down just a touch. And that will be enough for the 01 to get a run by on the low side as they work down into turns 3 and 4. Dave Hillbilly Harry and his Gamer Tube Elite 15 Camaro right there looking to pounce also. 3 and 4 they go side by side as nope, the 8 is able to clear it, but the 91 now he looks to the inside of Hera and working their way through the trial down towards turn number 1. Lots of room out here on this beautiful, wide and smooth Kansas Speedway. Lots of racing grooves, as you can see, as the 15 gets a great run off of turn 2. That's going to slingshot him past the 0-1 down into turn number 24. It'll be Joy on the bottom, and Purcell on the bottom, sorry, and Hera on the top as he's able to clear the 01 this time out of turn number 4 down across the stripe. Hera will hold on to that 5th position in the standings, as you saw Riley Hoots there, up into the wall a little bit. They're going to go 3 wide, maybe a little further back behind them with Kurjulek in that 41, and then you got Curtis Sobrin in the 54. They thought better of that and got back down into 2x2 formation as Riley Hoots still leads that small group of cars, and right behind him Chad Snyder after what was a strong beginning to last week's race, and in disappointment when he lost the handle off of turn 4. That cost him a good finish in that one, but looking to rebound here on the 1.5 mile Kansas Speedway tonight, driving that Blues race design Toyota 26 there on your screen as we continue to file under green. 14 laps will be completed this time across the line. Back up front though, Brendan Mathia continues to lead this one. Led 10 out of the 14 laps so far this afternoon for Mathia. So he continues to work out in front in that Tootsie's number 99 Camaro over his teammate. And so, sorry, as I say that, it looks like Travis Rodriguez is able to get by Alan Bledsoe. We'll see how he made that move. On the bottom, through turns 3 and 4, uses that good run down the hill and across the start-finish line to edge out in front of Bledsoe last time across the start-finish line. So move Travis up into 2nd position right now. 2 wins on the year for Travis. Picked up the win at Talladega as well as the Chicago Street Race about a month and a half ago. And then behind him, obviously, Alan Bledsoe currently running in that 3rd spot in the American Tire Distributors, number 42. 6 wins on the year, tied for the win lead with the 99 and teammate Brennan Mathia. Dave Rufano sits in the 4th position right there on your screen. The number 8 machine, the black, red, and white machine. 3 wins on the year for Dave Rufano. Picked up the big win to start the season off on the right foot at the Daytona 500. And he backed that up with his 2nd win of the year at the Atlanta Motor Speedway in race number 2. And then his most recent win came at Michigan in an exciting last corner pass to pick up that victory. And then the guy behind him right now in the 15 Gamer Tube Elite Chevrolet Camaro, that is Dave Hare, looking for that 1st win still this year. Very hungry. Spoke with Dave last night, still looking to find victory lane here for the first time in 2024. He's got some races to do it, some tracks he really likes coming up on the schedule, so look for Dave to get back at the end of these ones here as we work towards the end of the season. Kyle Purcell on the inside of the 15 down the back straight. Kyle also has 3 wins on the year. 2 at the road course, 1 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Also picking up the winner Coda, as well as the most recent road course, Watkins Glen, 3 weeks ago. As we keep looking a little further back through the field there in 7th, that's the Dr. Pepper Cherry Machine. That's Riley Hoots. Picked up a big win for him on the season. Got the monkey off his back after being the bridesmaids a few times earlier in the season. Picked up the win and locked himself into this second round prior to the points reset. So that's the 91 there. That is Riley Hoots out of Palm Bay, Florida. Right behind him out of Louisville, Kentucky, Michael Kurgelak got the big truck win here on Sunday night with the All-American Racing League Truck Series. So looking to back that up with a good finish and a potential podium win. Finish for that 41 Moza Motorsports butt kicker Ford Mustang. And then a little further back, we're in battle on for 9th and 10th on the track. That is the 54. That's Curtis Sobrin. He is out of Hudson, North Carolina. Still looking for his first win in that circle. Number 54. Beside him on the inside, that is Ken Peck. He drives that number 16 Prisma Health car. He is out of Greer, South Carolina. Also a driver still looking for the first win of the year. Keep an eye on the 16. Ken Peck always finds his way to the top of the scoring pylon as the race develops. So he is unfortunately unable to join us last week. That eliminated him from playoff contention by missing that race. So he is back here tonight, though, looking for the wins here, battling for wins as we run out the rest of the 2024 season. Sitting in 11th right now, that's the 75, the AutoServe 75. That is James Nelson out of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. Driver of the 75 Ford Mustang picked up the big win, first win on the year last week in the Bristol race, the the Holyoke Cornhole Bags and Boards 500 last week, 500 laps around Bristol, and the man on top of the world at the end of that one was the 75. Looking a little further back behind him, Josh Hettricks in the Our Lawn Care Capital Science Company Graham Collision Assault Motorsports 25. He is been a long time stalwart here with the All-American Racing League, making a part-time schedule this year. Great to have Josh out in the field with us tonight as we continue here on lap number 23 of 160 as we work our way through the field. Tommy Osborne right behind him in the number 1 car. He holds on to the 13th position in the battle behind them on track between Kelly Thomas and Larry Garnes. Kelly Thomas driving that beautiful number 38 Exxon Mobil 1 Ford on the outside. Down on the inside, that is Larry Garnes. He is out of Charleston, West Virginia in his number 20 car. And then behind them on track, that is Tyrone Yo in that number 2 911 Tribute car. Never forget, September 11, 2001. Shout out to Tyrone for that beautiful looking paint job he put together for tonight's race. Here's a great look of it as we work through turns 3 and 4. Another driver unfortunately unable to advance to the final, to the second round, as Tyrone was eliminated from playoff contention last week at the end of the Bristol race. As pit stops are underway, as we see a bunch of drivers heading down pit road. Drivers like Dave Lafano, James Nelson, Michael Kurgelak, Curtis Sobrin, Chad Snyder, Dave Hara, all on pit road at this point. We'll keep an eye on these guys as they will get their pit stops completed. 4 tires and a fresh full tank of Sunoco Ethanol E85. Couple drivers. The driver we didn't really talk to is he made a pit stop in the middle of us going through the field. That is Chad Snyder, driver of that 26 Blues Race Design Toyota Camry out of Mineral, Virginia. 1 win on the year, picking up that big win a few weeks back for Chad as he looks to back up that win and continue his playoff battle here this week at Kansas. Up front, though, continues to be Brennan Mathieu leading the way. He has led 22 of the 26 laps so far. Bledsoe behind him in second. There is Kyle Purcell in third on the right-hand side of your screen, as these guys have all still yet to pit in this one, as they are still running here. 1, 2, 3 on lap 27. looks like Tommy Osborne on pit road at this time. So pit stop cycle being completed by most of the cars so far. We'll bring up the pit stop tracker there across the bottom of the screen. Tyrone Yo also on pit road at this time. So only a handful of drivers left to pit in this one as pit stop cycle comes and goes, as we have potentially a battle for the lead down into turn number 1. Looks like Bledsoe is going to look to the inside of teammate Brendan Maguire through 1 and 2. They are side by side on the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. A great run on the top side for Matthias, going to hedge him out in front as they look to turns 3 and 4. Oh, they get very close on the exit of turn 4 as they come down to the start-finish line. See who leads. It looks like it's going to be the lead back to the 42, though, as they're still side by side back down into turns 1 and 2. Bledsoe now able to clear the 99 on corner exit. Can he slide up in front? Thought of it, but tried to, but thought better of it, as now he's able to clear him down into turn 3. But looks like Matthias, he'll go to the bottom this time through 3 and 4. See if he can battle back to the top of the pylon. But as I say, that looks like Brendan is headed down pit road. That'll move Kyle Purcell up into second, yet as Matthias will complete his first pit stop of the race. Still out front, the American Tire Distributors, number 42 of Alan Bledsoe, leads on lap 31. So we work our way to the completion of stage number 1 at the end of lap 48 here, as Matthias still on pit road getting his service done. Only, like I said, a handful of cars left to pit. The Bledsoe machine, Purcell, Hoots, Hetrix, and Larry Garnes. 5 cars still to come down pit road in this one, as they will continue to complete their lap 31 of the scheduled 161st car. In the order that has completed the pit stop will be the 26th of Chad Snyder. Looks like, based on the length of pit stop, Chad only took fuel only on his stop. So the new tires, I think, that the 8 car has, that made that pass pretty easy. And looks like Chad is going to have his hands full here with the decision to take no tires on the first pit stop, as both Lorfano and Kurgelek get by that 26 to make those passes look a little easier than they should be. Same with the Nelson 75, this time out of turn number 4. So back down across the start finish line. Looks like Bledsoe and Hetrix have hit pit road there across the bottom of the screen. That's going to turn the race lead over to Kyle Purcell in his number 01 machine. The DuPage County Animal Services 01, as he works his way through turns 3 and 4. Should see him peel off the pit road in not too long as they work their way back through the trial. Purcell continues to lead by about 3 seconds over second place Riley Hoots, Larry Garnes in third. The 3 drivers who have not come down to pit road yet this evening. Looks like a couple of drivers took 2 tires also, the Matthias 99 and the Bledsoe number 42, sub 9-second pit stop. So that leads to me to believe that there either was no tires or just right side tires. With a quick pit stop like that's definitely an indication of that. So we'll see how that plays out for them here on the back half of stage number 1, as Larry Garnes hits pit road. So just then there were 2, Kyle Purcell and Riley Hoots out there running in second, as they are going to be shortly under attack by the cars that are just have completed their pit stops 1 lap down. Matthias and Bledsoe, you can see them working to the inside of the Hoots 91 that time, trying through 3 and 4, not able to get that pass done. But they will continue to work here under green flag. 35 complete, as they are on the back bumper of that 91. They're going to have company on the inside in the form of Dave Lorfano and Michael Kurgelek, as the 4 tire changes. These guys have given them some speed here late in stage number 1. About 13 laps to go before the end of this stage, so we'll see if the 8 and the 41 are able to clear the 99 and the 42. That will put them in position to take over the control of the lead here in this one, as this will be the battle for the lead depending on what Purcell does when he comes down pit road. As I say that, Kyle Purcell is on pit road, so all these guys have now unlapped themselves, and this could be the battle for the lead. Coming out at turn number 4, we'll see what kind of pit stop times the Purcell and Hoots machines have. Both of them off the jack and back down at it. Looks like 2 tire stops for them, either 2 tire or no tire stops for them, as well as both pit stops under 8 seconds. So there you see Hoots, he is joining the field there on the inside. They should be catching up to Purcell. There is the 0-1. So the battle for the lead now turns over to the hands of the 8 and the 41 down the back straightaway. So pit stop cycles has been fully complete for stage number 1. We'll take a quick look at the breakdown, and when everyone came in there, you can see the difference. Lefrano, Kurgelek, and Sobern all in on lap 24. Nelson also for 4 tire stops for those guys. Mathia, Bledsoe, Purcell, Hoots, and Snyder all took 2 or less tires on their visit to pit road. So we'll see how this plays out here. Only about 10 laps to go in stage number 1 as they work their way down the back straightaway. We get to keep an eye on these guys up front. 4 tire change, 4 tire pit stops for all these guys here on the front part of the field. It looks like Dave Lefrano though has control of this one. His third lap of the second lap of the afternoon. 4 different leaders on the event so far this afternoon. So down the back straightaway they continue to run. See if anyone's able to have something for Lefrano over the last handful of laps as we wind down towards the end of stage 1. Lefrano with that car right up on the top line as he works his way through 3 and 4. See a lap car, end of the lead lap there in front of them. Tyrone Yo just in front of those guys. As we will jump on board the QFRL roof cam on top of the Graham Collision 81 as we take a ride around the top side of Kansas Speedway out of turn number 4 on top of Dave Lefrano's number 8 Toyota. To make a move on the 2 of Tyrone. Tyrone already 2 laps down in this one, so that'll be 3 laps back to the lead. The good news is, I believe he is the only car 1 lap down, or 1 or more laps down. Nope, sorry, scratch that. Dave Hara 1 lap down also at this point. So Dave Hara currently sitting in the lucky dog position. Here's a look back out of the auto serve rear view roof camera there. Back to Kurgelek in that 41. And then behind him you see Nelson there on the inside in that 75 machine as they work off of turn number 2. Dave Lefrano continues to lead this one late in stage number 1 out of turn number 4 down across the line, completing lap 42. Kurgelek, Nelson, Rodriguez, and then Sobern up is your top 5. Ken Peck in 6th. Then the 2 tire cars, Bledsoe, Mathia, and Purcell, 7th, 8th, and 9th on the track right now. Obviously some drivers trying to save a set of tires for a little later in the run, or in the event, sorry. And that may only come into play if we have some late race cautions, which hasn't been the trend, obviously, recently here in the Cup Series. We've had some pretty clean races. Obviously, last week at Bristol, a little beating and banging, a few extra cautions, but that comes with the short track racing. But on these big half-mile or more in length tracks, we've had definitely some clean races throughout the 2024 season, as all the drivers get used to racing around each other, know who they can race tight with, know who they maybe have to give a little extra room to. As we continue here around Kansas, 44 complete in this one. keep our eye on the leader, Dave Lurfano, here in this one. Look a little further back to 54, Sobran riding in the 5th position. Last car in the top 5. Then you see Ken Pack right there in his number 16. Tyrone Yo down a couple laps there in his number 2. But next on the scoring chart is the 42, the American Tire Distributors 42 of Alan Bledsoe. He is with Mathia and Kyle Purcell. Battle here for what is going to be the 8th and 9th position, this time off of turn number 4. Mathia is going to hold the spot down through the trial, right down on the grass. And then a little further back, you got Josh Hedricks. He is the next car running in the top 10. That's the 10th place 25 machine. Dave Hara in his 15 had some kind of issue, as he is 1 lap down after the pit cycle, so I'm not sure if he looks like he had a speeding penalty on pit road, as his pit stop time is 54 seconds, so that is going to cost you in the long run. As Dave Hara, though, currently sits the first and only car 1 lap down at this point, as he will get the lucky dog at the next caution if no one else goes a lap down. Definitely lots of room, as you can see on the track map on the right hand side of the screen, between the next car to go 1 lap down. That'll be the 15th place car of Larry Garnes there, as he is just now entering turn 1 and 2 as the leaders come through the travel and hit the front finish line. As the caution flag is out for the completion of stage number 1. Stage win will go to Dave Lurfano in the 8th, second to Kurgelek. James Nelson in his 75 will be 3rd. Travis Rodriguez, Curtis Sobran, 4th and 5th. Ken Pack, Al Bledsoe, Kyle Purcell, Brennan Mathia, and Josh Hedricks all scoring some championship points with a 6th through 10th place finish in this event. So pit stops should be the name of the game. Second time around for these cars to come down pit road, as Dave Lurfano will be the car that'll make the decision to come down pit road here. 4 race leaders on the day so far. Leading the most, Brendan Mathia, 24 laps, led Dave Lurfano with 13. Alan Bledsoe with 7, and Kyle Purcell with 5 laps. So 4 leaders in the first 49 laps of this one, as you will see most, if not everyone, head down pit road. Tyrone Yo and Dave Harrell will both not head down pit road, as they will have to stay out and to collect the lucky dog, as well as collecting pitting next time by when pit road opens for the lapped cars. So we're going to take a quick look here at pit stops as they happen, and we'll be right back and reset the field here for you this afternoon as we get set to go green for stage number 2. As pit stops come to a complete at the end of stage number 1, restart leader is going to be the 8 of Lurfano. Looks like he will be inside. Kurgelek, Sobran, Bledsoe makes a few spots up the leaderboard. Ken Peck, Brendan Mathia, Kyle Purcell, Josh Hedricks, Kelly Thomas, and Travis Rodriguez look to be your top 10 when we get set to go back under the restart. Field continues single file behind the back of the iRacing pace truck down into turns 3 and 4. As we should be seeing the 1 to go signal given to the field this time out of turn 4, as we will get set to go back racing here in this one. The 53 laps will be complete when we go back racing. So 107 laps to go as we look for the end of stage number 2, which will be at the end of lap 99. As the lights are out on the pace car, starter gives the 1 to go signal. The field doubles up into turns 1 and 2. We get set to go back racing. Should be just like last time. Should be a pretty good start. Lots of side-by-side battling until the field sorts itself out, and then we will see who's got the fastest car in stage number 2. Big thing coming out of stage 1 is that stage win for Dave LaFarno. That's going to score him 1 bonus point. He will continue carry through now into potentially into the next round if he advances, as you can see here, side by side through turns 3 and 4. As the pace car will head to the safety of the infield this time out of turn number 4, and we'll get set to go back racing leader on the outside. So LaFarno choosing the top side this time for the restart as they roll into the Geico restart zone. The flagman with the green flag in the air and waving it with his right arm. Green is back out, and we are racing down into turn number 1. Looks like LaFarno able to clear Kurgelek on the entry turn number 1. Back across the line, top 5, single file formation. Dave LaFarno continues where he left off at the end of stage number 1. In the lead on the top, running the high side. Good Bledsoe there on the bottom, trying to make a move under the 54 of Sovereign. But as Sovereign gets the run on the 41, that's going to force Bledsoe to go back to the top side. He's going to look to make that same move around the top of Kurgelek, this time through 3 and 4. Up front though, Dave LaFarno still continues to lead as Sovereign and Kurgelek side by side momentarily there at the line, but Sovereign now get a big push to the 8 down into turn 1, 3 wide. Back there though for 3rd, 4th, and 5th as Purcell right on the bottom now looks to the inside of both Bledsoe and Kurgelek, that time through turns 1 and 2. They're going to sort that out and 2x2 down the back straightaway. Sovereign still pushing on the back bumper, that 8. That's going to cost him maybe as the 41 gets a run to the inside, but 8 is also going to have a run to the inside of LaFarno. LaFarno obviously got a little too much speed going on into that corner with the push from the 54, as that's going to open the door for the 41 of Kurgelek now down on the bottom. They still battle side by side through 1 and 2. Kurgelek able to clear the 8. No, not quite yet. A great run on the top side is going to propel the Assault Motorsports number 8 back to the top of the scoring pylon as they enter turns number 3 and 4. Kurgelek, though, not giving up quite yet as the circle number 54, Sovereign, also right in the middle of this one as they come back down across the line. LaFarno still going to lead the lap, 54-41. 2nd and 3rd, Brendan Mathia and Alan Bledsoe now going at it for 4th and 5th. Ken Pack right there with Riley Hoots and Kyle Purcell also battling off of turn number 2. They head down the back straightaway. Cars all in a nice tight pack as they work their way down into turn 3. Some great racing on the restarts here. A little further back, we got some 2-3 wide action between Pack, Hetrick, Hoots, and Purcell in the 01. We'll roll up tires to blimp cam to get a good view of the action all over the Speedway. So that's something I should have pointed out earlier. The drivers in the yellow on the ticker and the scoring pylon on the left-hand side of your screen are drivers currently in the hunt for the 2024 playoffs and championship, as we see the top 12 still with a chance after the reset last week. Handful of drivers, 4 cars unable to continue their battle for the championship after last week's race. Larry Garns, Tyrone Yo, Michael Boone, and Ken Peck all eliminated after the event last week at Bristol, but the battles on all over the place as Hetrick and Peck still go at it side by side down the back straightaway here. Riley Hoot says, hey, I want to be part of this. It looks like it's going to be a good time. Snyder right in front of them in the 26, holding on to that 7th spot, so bounce back for Chad after his 2-tire strategy didn't play out, I think, how he hoped in the first stage. Being the first car down to pit road, taking only 2 tires definitely cost him in the long run. So we'll see if he's able to switch up the strategy and see if he can hold a better position at the finish of stage number 2. As Hetrix clears the pack 16, that time down into turn 3. We still have some side-by-side battling between Nelson in the 75, Hoots in the 91, who's right on the back bumper of the 16. There's a good shot from the back of the spoiler as those cars battle side-by-side behind him. Now it looks like Nelson's going to get a run on the inside, not going to be able to clear him as they will go side-by-side behind him again. Nelson, Hoots, and now Kelly Thomas way down on the inside. He is going to drive through the grass. Not sure if that was planned or not, but didn't work out in his favor regardless, as now Hoots seems to have a bit of a run on the 16 down through the tri-oval as they close on the back of the 2 cars in front of them. The 91 and the 16 continue to battle out of turn number 2. Hoots is going to have that position as he's going to pull up behind Snyder. Oh, almost a big crash there as the 25 of Hetrick looked like he got up into the wall there off of the exit of turn number 2. Slowed him right down. He almost got run over by the 16 who just got out of the way in the nick of time. A little further up though, Chad Snyder now under attack. 3 cars right on his back bumper as they cross the start finish line. We're going to watch this battle down into turn 1 and 2. Side by side behind him, it's Nelson and Hoots with Peck there sitting in the catbird seat, seeing if he can capitalize on any mistakes made by these drivers in front of him. Up front, though, continues to be Dave Lerfano over Curtis Sobran, Brendan Mathai, Alan Bledsoe back up into the top 5, moved Kurgelek into 5th, though. Purcell in 6th, and the small gap of about 1.5 seconds back to this battle on track now as Nelson looks to the inside. Through the travel, he's going to have a run on the Snyder 26 down into turn 1. There's some great side-by-side battling between these 5 cars here on the track. Don't count out the 15 a hair. He's right back in this one, back on the lead lap. He is battling here for a 10th in the back half of the top 10. He's going to make that move to the inside of Ken Peck through 3 and 4. Pull up side by side with the 91 for a drag race down the front straightaway. Battle on for 9th this time between the 15 and the 91 as the Autoserve 75 looks to still finish that move on the 26. Not able to get it done as that top is just so fast here around the Kansas Speedway. You got to really drive it in deep on the bottom and hold on and try to slip up in front of them as they work through and off the corner. Not able to get it done, but there he goes. The 75 will make that move back to the inside, this time through 3 and 4. Still, as Chad gets up into the wall, that's going to slow him down, I would think. Open the door for a pass down here in the turn 1 and 2 end. But Nelson's not going to be able to capitalize on that as he's got Hoots on his outside as they work down into turns 1 and 2. Him and Nelson still side by side off a corner exit. Give the spot to Hoots as he's able to clear him out of 2. Hoots will keep it on the loud pedal and he will look to track down the 26 now in front of him. That is Snyder in that 26 car. There's lots of side by side battling going on right here at the back half of the field as we work lap number 68 of 160. Now, Hera looking to get by the Nelson 75. This is the battle for 9th and 10th between the 15 and the 75. As I said, great top side momentum to be had if you can make it work on the top side. You saw the Nelson machine use that momentum, got by the 15 and got him a good solid run on the inside of the number 91. One thing driver told me last night, just while having a conversation with a few of these drivers, is this is a track where you always feel like you're under attack. And that is something to keep in mind here, as it looks like up front we have a change on this leaderboard. Looks like the 54, that's Curtis Sovereign, he has been able to make a bid for the lead and get up to the lead. Not sure what happened to Lurfano. We're going to take a look here, as he was passed a few times. And he is now back in the 6th position, so things have gone a little bit off the rails for Dave Lurfano here in this one, as he is now back down to 6th position. But there's still lots of good battling here. It looks like Bledsoe got a piece of the wall that time out of turn number 2, as he is slowed himself down. That's going to let a bunch of cars go by, and we have a caution on the track. Looks like a caution is out for an incident in the back half of the top 10. Looks like James Nelson, Dave Hare, Riley Hoots, Josh Hetrick's all involved. So we'll take a look at the replay, see if we can see what happened here. Oh, Nelson just got up into the side of the 91, who then got into the 15 and into the 25. So take another look, you can see the Nelson 75 just push up on corner X, and he gets into the 91, gives the 15 nowhere to go, and then he gets hit, or he gets into the 25. Dave Hare able to make just a little bit of contact with that inside wall. Shouldn't be too much damage on that, but Riley Hoots, I think, got the worst of that one. Ball flies, so we have to bring that car down to the attention of his crew. Boom, up into the wall. Hard right side contact. Definitely would have broken a front end components on that one, as he is not able to get it off the wall. So we'll take one more look at this one and see. On that 75, just down the inside, pushes up into the side of the 91, and calamity ensues from that point on. Thankfully, only 4 cars involved. I think also we might have a. Let's see what happened. We might have a replay of what happened to Dave Lurfano. So let's take a look here. Oh yeah, so Dave just got into the wall, and that is going to slow him down, and that is probably what cost him the lead. So just not even too hard there. We'll just watch as he enters turn 1, gets up into the outside fence, and needs probably enough to bend that front metal up, and that is going to let some of these guys get by him, which is why he lost the lead. Back to 6th position. Looks like he'll be in 6th. Excuse me. On this restart, so keep an eye on the Lurfano number 8. Under the second caution of the afternoon, first for an incident here from Kansas. Looks like after pit stops, the leader is going to be Brendan Mathia in his number 99 machine. So the field gets back in order behind the iRacing pace truck. The car is still making some pit stops here, and this one looks like everyone else has completed another round of pit stops. As I mentioned, Mathia back to the top of the board. Behind him in second will be the 54, Curtis Sovereign. Kyle Purcell, Michael Kurdzlek, Ken Pack round out the top 5. Lurfano, Bledsoe, Snyder, Hetricks, and Nelson your top 10. Garns, Thomas, Rodriguez, Hoots, and Hera your 11 through 15. Tommy Osborne 16th, and Tyrone Yo 2 laps down, still in the 17th position. Field rolls around under caution. Lap 73 will be completed at the line this time. Looking for the lights on the pace car to go out, as we should be able to get back going here at the completion of lap 74. So we go back green about should be about 25 laps away from the end of stage number 2. Lap 100 is the number we're looking, or the end of lap 99. 99 is what we're looking for the end of the stage. So lights out on the pace track, 1 to go signal given to the field as they work their way down into turns 1 and 2. Mathia on the outside, Sovereign on the inside, Purcell, Kurzulek, and then Pack and Lurfano, Bledsoe and Snyder, Hetrix, and looks like it'll be the Rodriguez 79 maybe on his outside. To wait till they come back into view. Oh no, the Nelson 75 will be on the outside. It'll be Garns and Kelly Thomas, Rodriguez and Hoots, Hera and Osborne, and then Tyrone Yo all by himself on the back row of this one for the restart. So the field works its way through turns 3 and 4, back headed towards the Geico restart zone for the third restart, or the third start of the afternoon. The original start, the end of stage 1, and now caution for incident involving Hera, Nelson, Hoots, and Josh Hetrick. Into the Geico restart zone, control car is the 99, first to fire, green flag is out, and we are back racing here from Kansas. Looks like the 99 is going to get a good start. He's been able to clear the 54 before they even make it to the turn number 1. He's going to try to bring the 41 of Kurzulek with him, but Kurzulek not able to clear the 54. He'll go to the top. Sovereign to the bottom. Looks like Sovereign's going to have a good run off of 2. He's going to cut up and slice in front of the 41 on the exit of turn number 2. Now the battle is on for third as Kyle Purcell and Kurzulek go door to door through turns 3 and 4. And right behind them, Pack and Bledsoe also side by side. Then we got Hetrix and Lurfano side by side, and now James Nelson looks to the inside of Snyder. They go 4 wide across the start finish line, 3 wide down into turn number 1. We're going to have an aha. That's going to not work out well. There's Bledsoe involved, a bunch of cars involved in that one. Looks like Kelly Thomas, Rodriguez, Lurfano, Bledsoe, Ken Pack, Chad Snyder, and Larry Garns all involved in that one. Dave Lurfano, Chad Snyder get the worst of it. Meatball flag for those guys. Let's take a look here. We kind of saw it developing on screen, but we'll take a look at it here on the replay. Just give me 1 second. So 3 wide through the tri-oval. 42 thought he was clear of both the 16 and the 8. Definitely not clear of either as he got into both of them, trying to get back up to the top side. We'll take couple more looks at this. This is take a different view of this one. As you can see, we'll try to go to the top. Still both above him. No room for anyone up there between those two. And then Snyder gets involved as well as the 20 of Barnes. I think then Snyder gets a little bit into the 79. Shouldn't be too much damage for the 79. We'll take one more look at this one. Barnes just nowhere to go. No way to get that car slowed down enough to keep it out of the back of the 8 machine. And then we'll take one more look here. These cars, I think, just got involved. Oh, a little side. That was on the restart. So Rodriguez and Kelly Thomas earlier in that lap got together, and then at the end of the straightaway, that's where the other incident happened. Just second caution for incident here this afternoon, as a couple cars are on pit road. With the mechanical black flag, Dave Lurfano and Chad Snyder on pit road, probably using their free pass early in this one. Still, not quite early. Still, just about the halfway mark of this event here this afternoon. As we're on lap number 78 of 160. So that's going to shuffle up the top of the running order. Brendan Matthias still leads the way, though. Kyle Purcell, Michael Kurzulek, Curtis Sovereign. Capitalizing on that is Josh Hetrix. He is up to the 5th position. And then Bledsoe involved in that one. He'll start in 6th. James Nelson, Riley Hoots move up a few spots. Travis Rodriguez and Dave Hare round out your top 10. Let's take one more look at the incident that put us under caution here. See the 42 just start coming up the track, and not enough room between the 8 and the 16 for him to slide in, and that resulted in a definite stack up of a handful of cars. everyone able to continue by the looks of it, so that is the good news coming out of that incident. But some of the drivers having to use their fast repair, which is not what they wanted to do this early in the event. So we will see how that changes their driving style potentially here as we work through the end of stage number 2 and into the start of stage number 3. As lights still on the caution car as they work down the back straightaway. Hopefully this time out of 4 we will see the one to go signal given to the field. It should get us back green on, or sorry, should get us back to green flag racing right around the 80 lap mark. As the lights go out on the caution truck, one to go signal given to the field. They will double up. Mathia will go back to the top of the track for this restart. Purcell on the inside, Kurchelek and Sobran in row number 2. Bledsoe and Hetrick in row number 3. Nelson and Hoots, Rodriguez and Hera, looks to be Lerfano and Osborne in the next row. That should be about the top 10, I would think, roughly. As the field rolls around under caution down the back straightaway. It's great to have you along here on the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. Race number 30 on the year, but more importantly, race number 4 in the playoffs. First race of round number 2, the round of 12. 12 drivers left with a chance at the championship come the end of the 2024 season. Once we get back on, we'll take a quick look at the upcoming schedule for both the Cup and Truck Series as we work towards the middle and end of September. Before you know it, October will be upon us here as we're already at the 10th of September. Into the restart zone, green flag back out, great. Another great jump from Mathia in the 99, definitely able to clear the 01 heading down into turn number 1. He's going to go side by side though with the 54 for second. That is Sovereign. Disappears. There he is back on the screen. Side by side, second and third, fourth and fifth there right behind them though, as it looks like Purcell is going to take a run at the inside of the 99 this time through 3 and 4. He's able to make anything of it, not quite able to yet. Still side by side though as they come across the home. Mathia will lead it with Purcell right there on the bottom as they enter turn number 1. Don't count out Sobran in the 54. He is right there on the back bumper of the 99 though, shoving him down into turn 1 and 2. 99 is going to clear him. That's going to allow the 01 to pull up in front of the 54. But as I say that, the 54 does the old crisscross applesauce. He'll go to the bottom through 3 and 4. See if he can make hay while the sun shines. Out of turn number 4, side by side they go down across the stripe. Purcell's going to have second, Sobran third, and they are under attack from the Bledsoe 42 and the Hoots 91. Side by side again through turns 3 and 4. Looks like the Sobran 54 will get a good run through the middle of turns 1 and 2 and will take over that second spot. But now the 01 will go down to the bottom as they hit turn 3. Side by side, still for second spot off of the turn 4 end of the Speedway. 54 looks to hold on to that spot, but again, here comes Bledsoe with a charge on the high side. Worked their way back down the back straightaway. Train of cars going around the 01 on the outside as the momentum is just, like I said, so strong. Looks like Hoot's got a piece of the wall there on the entry of turns 3 and 4. He's able to continue. Back down through the tri-oval. Purcell back to 4th now, under attack from Hoots. Up on board the rear spoiler view of the 42, and the 01 looking back at the 01 and 91 as they work their way down into turns 3 and 4. Grisel drives it in deep through the middle part of turns 3 and 4. Oh, they get together now. He gets back down the hill into Hoots. A little bit of bumper car side by side contact between those three. Well, that's going to be happening right in front of the Courage 41 as he's back up to about the 6th position. Now as he is looking to make a move on these guys, he's going to get to the outside of the 91 down the back straightaway and pull in front of him. Now he's going to drop to the inside of the 01 down into turn 3. Hetrick's there too in his number 25, looking to make a move on Hoots. He's going to use the top side. Hoots right down across the apron right to the bottom of the infield, or the start of the infield. Now gets back up into the wall as he comes back across the track. That's going to slow the 25 down as the 41 still looks to make a move on the 01 here down the back straightaway as we work lap 87. Down into 3 and 4. Continues to be dead in the back. There's Sovereign now. What's a 1, 2, 3 out front. The battle though right now on the track for 4, 5, and 6th. 7th, 8th, 9th, all under a blanket as they work through the travel. Lots of great racing here at Kansas Speedway. Like I mentioned earlier, a nice fast and smooth 1.5 mile speedway just outside of Kansas City has brought some great racing to the series this year. Second stop for these guys here at Kansas in 2024. On one spot further back as Hetrick's now on the inside of Riley Hoots, working their way through the travel. Hoots thinks, I want to go all the way to the bottom. No, I want to go all the way to the top. A little bit of back and forth across the nose of the 25. Lots of room out there, so no issues really. But it's definitely a different line that's being used by everyone here. Lots of racing room, that's for sure. The top, the bottom, the middle, everyone is searching for grip and the fast way around here in the middle part of this race. We are past the halfway point as we come back across the line. Complete lap number 80. Oh, a little side-by-side contact with the Hoots 91 and the Hetrick's 25 that time at the start-finish line. That's going to slow the Hoots car down just enough that Hetrick's might be able to get a run on the exit of turn number 2. Not quite clear as the Hoots machine uses the momentum on the top side to pull side-by-side down into turn 3. Right there, don't look too far back. That's the Hera 15. As now Hetrick's able to drive it in deep. He's going to slip up in front of the 91, keep it off the wall as Hoots will go all the way down to the apron. Followed him down there is the 15 of Hera. Now he's going to cut back in front of the 25. And that was going to slow Hetrick's down. Gets into the wall a little bit, but both Hoots and Hera are going to clear him as they head out of turn number 2. Dave Lurfano right back there in 10th spot, driving that number 8 car. He is still trying to make up from the incident that brought out the last caution. He kind of was in the middle of it all as Bledsoe got into him, which started the kerfuffle. As he's got a great run to the inside of the 79. That time into turns 1 and 2. Lurfano on the bottom. Clears Rodriguez, now sets his sights on teammate in the 25. Team owner Josh Hetrick will be the next car to come under attack by the 8 car. Down into turn 3, right on board the spoiler cam. The game was brought to you by GamerTube Elite. Check out GamerTube Elite on YouTube. Dave Hera, new content weekly for you to check out. Video games with the boys, reaction to some scary videos, some funny videos, you name it. Dave has it all on his YouTube channel, so check out the GamerTube Elite YouTube channel over there on YouTube. A lot to say, GamerTube Elite on YouTube. Anyways, Lurfano still looking to get by the Hetrick's 25, though Josh on the top, Lurfano on the bottom, keeps the momentum and that car running on the top side to keep in front of Lurfano at this point. He's pulled right up on the back of a side-by-side battle, though. That is the GamerTube Elite himself, Dave Hera, and Riley Hoots going at it side-by-side. Top side momentum able to carry the 15 back around the 91. Now Lurfano looks to do the same as he's going to use the top side to possibly get by team owner Josh Hetrick's down into turn 3. It's going to put him door to door with the 91 of Hoots on exit. As the 15 loses a bit of ground there as he gets a little tight in the middle of the corner. And that's going to let James Nelson now pass Hettricks and close in on the back of the Lofano machine. Like I said earlier, talking to some of these guys last night while they were in practice, they say this track feels like you're under attack constantly. No real time to breathe and just relax a little bit. Constantly in either attack mode or defense mode with cars coming and going through the stages at all points in time. So they work their way back through the trials side by side. The Dave and Dave show go down into turn number 1. Lofano out of Poland, Maine, able to get a nose in front of Dave Hara out of Charlotte, North Carolina, as they work back down into turns 3. Still side by side as they work their way through 3 and 4. Up front, though, continuing to lead this one, Brendan Mathia. That'll be his 49th lap led of the afternoon so far in that 99 Tootsie machine. Tied for the lead league in wins, himself and the 42 right behind him, Alan Bledsoe. Tied with 6 wins on the year each, so if one of those guys can figure out victory lane tonight, they will take control of the win count as we work our way through here, the second round of the playoffs. Bledsoe on the outside there. You can see the third place runner, Michael Kurgelek, in his number 41 Buckhead Moza Motorsports Ford Mustang, across the line in third there. As we are just a couple laps away from the edge of stage number 2, so we'll keep an eye on any battle here in the top 10 as we look for the end of stage number 2, as Purcell has the 54 of Sovereign right there behind him. And then a little further back, you got Hara, or Lofano was able to clear Hara, and Hara now under attack from James Nelson as they work out of turn number 4. To start 99, so it should be the end of this lap. We'll see the end of the stage number 2 next time around for these guys. So they are battling it out here to the end of stage number 2. Nelson currently sitting 8th, Ken Pack in 9th, and the last point scoring position, we'll keep an eye on this, is the 79 though, as the 91 gets by him. Dave Rodriguez back to 11th, the 91 up to 10th. They work back through turns 3 and 4. Like I said, should see the caution flag this time. Potentially, maybe, yes, no. There it is. Caution is out on the track at the end of stage number 2. Stage winner and race leader at the completion of stage 2, leading 52 of the 99 laps so far. Brendan Mathia in the number 99 Tootsie's machine. He will pick up the stage win, 10 points in the standings, and 1 bonus point he will carry through to the next round if he is able to. Bledsoe in second, I believe. Yep, Alan Bledsoe finishes second. Kurgelek in third. Kyle Purcell fourth. Curtis Saubran in fifth. Lofano, Hara, James Nelson, Ken Pack, Riley Hoots score the stage points in that one. So, as the caution car picks up the field on the back straightaway, pit road should open this time out of turn number 4 for the field. We should see everyone headed towards their pit boxes and their crews for 4 fresh Goodyear tires, a full tank of Sunoco e-ethanol 85 fuel. The only driver should say on the track is the 2 car. Looks like he is in a position, the lucky dog position once again. He should get the wave around and be back on the lead lap. So Tyrone Yo will work himself back onto the lead lap at the end of stage number 2 and will be in a position to battle for actual on-track positions there as he gets the wave around, heads back around the pace track. But pit stops are the name of the game. On pit road is the field here, as we'll take a quick step away for a quick second, and we'll be right back. Reset the order as we get set for stage number 3, the run to the checkered from Kansas Speedway, the Middle America 240 on the Sim World Racing Network. We'll be right back. As the field heads down the back straightaway, Brendan Mathia, the leader here in this one, under caution for the completion of stage number 2. Mathia wins the race off of pit road. He will have behind him Kurgelek, Bledsoe, Sobran, and Davler Fano. Your top 5, 6 through 10 is Hera, Pack, Hoots, Rodriguez, and Chad Snyder. Hetrix, Nelson, Garns, Kyle Purcell, Kelly Thomas will be up to 15th, and then Tommy Osborne and Tyrone Yo 16th and 17th. As the field should, I think, be getting the one to go this time by. We'll see here. Looks like Mathia will choose the top as he has on the previous attempts of the restarts. See if the lights on the caution truck go off. They do. The field will double up and be in the hands, control will be in the hands of that 99 car when they come back around to the Geico restart zone. So we'll get the green flag with 56 laps to go in this one as we head to the 160 lap mark. Just about 9:45 Eastern here from the SimWorld Racing Network's broadcast studio just outside of Buffalo, New York. My name is Nathan Christensen, voice of the All-American Racing League Cup Series. So glad you could join in on Tuesday, September the 10th. Race number 4 of the playoffs, race 30 on the year. 12 drivers remain in contention for the championship so far this year. Pull up this. The drivers in yellow are the drivers have a chance left at the championship. Ken Pack, Larry Garns, Tyrone Yo, and Michael Boone unfortunately lost their opportunity after being eliminated after the round of 16. The field though heads to the Geico restart zone under the control of Brendan Mathia, this time through the restart zone. Now go, green flag is out, and we are back racing here from Kansas. Stage number 3 underway. 56 laps to go to the end of this one. Kurgelek not letting Mathia get a good start that time, as he's going to drive right to the bottom and be side by side with the 91 down the back straightaway. Maybe a little bit of contact on corner exit of turn 2. Mathia going to use the top side through 3 and 4 to his advantage. He's going to pull the Bledsoe 42 by the 41 this time as they cross the line. Mathia going to get a bump from teammate Alan Bledsoe down into turn 1 and 2. That's going to slow Bledsoe down enough that the 54 is going to have to get out of the gas a little bit to keep off the back of the 42. The battle for second, though, is developing there on your screen side by side. But Bledsoe able to clear Kurgelek. Now him and Sobran go side by side into turn 3. Don't look too far behind them. There's the 8 car. Early race leader Dave Lerfano is back into this one. We might have some trouble as looks like some cars are on the infield. Looks like Josh Schneider and the Hetrix machine are in trouble there. So the caution is out. We'll see if we can see what happened at a turn number 4. Oh, looks like Snyder up into the wall. Josh just nowhere to go as Snyder came back down across the track and through the infield, which brought out the caution. So caution is out for an incident involving the 25 and the 26. One more look at it here as you'll see Chad get up in the wall, just down across the nose of the 25. Nowhere for Josh to go. Both go flying through the infield, spinning and dipping and diving, and both able to continue, so shouldn't be too much damage. Obviously, I would think some front nose damage on both of those cars as Chad got into the wall and then down into the front end of the 25. So we'll keep an eye on if those guys come down to pit road or not. But pit road should open this time by, so we should see here if they are going to head down. Looks like Chad and Josh both headed to pit road. Have the crew take a look, maybe buff out any scuffs. But up front, under caution, it's going to be Mathia, Bledsoe, Curtis Sauber, Michael Kurgelek, and Dave Lerfano, the top 5 in this take a quick step away while pit stops cycle through, and we'll be back on the other side with the restart. As we circle around under caution here from the Kansas Speedway, we're going to take a quick look at the upcoming event schedule for the All-American Racing League. So flip that over onto the screen. We'll go to a different camera angle to give us a better look. So next week, the Cars and Stars of the All-American Racing League Cup Series head to Talladega for the final Super Speedway event of the season. September 17th, Tuesday night, Talladega Speedway will see the round of 12 race 2 go from there, and then 2 weeks from tonight we head to the Roval at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the third and final race of the round of 12, the elimination race, to get us down to the round of 8, which goes I guess that's 4 weeks from tonight, as we head to Las Vegas, out to the desert for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and October 8th. So a week off there between the Roval and the Las Vegas race. October 1st, no racing that Tuesday, so keep that in mind. But the next 2 weeks we go from Kansas to Talladega to the Roval. And then just taking a look at the next 3 events in the Truck Series schedule, they are already down to the round of 8 as the next race goes this coming Sunday evening from Talladega Super Speedway, and then a handful of weeks off. They get back to it at Homestead on the 13th, and then Martinsville on October 20th. So we get set to finish off both these seasons here in just about over 2 months or so as the pace truck heads down to pit road. That means we are going to go back racing here, as we will tune back in as the 99 will bring the field through the restart zone, and the green flag is back out, and we are back racing from Kansas. Great jump that time by the 99. He's able to clear his teammate, the 42, down into turn 1, but as I say, the 42 gets a heck of a run through the inside of turns 1 and 2. He's going to be door to door, almost in front of the 99 on the exit, but that momentum on the top side helps that 99 pull back even with them as they head down into turns 3 and 4. Kurgelek right there in third. Don't count out Sobern in 4th, and now Dave Hara makes a move up into 5th. He gets around the funnel, and now going to attack mode on the 54. Sobern that time crossed the line. Looks like we had pretty much a dead heat for the race lead, as the 42 still continues to be on the inside of the 99. This time he's going to clear him off of turn 2. Great run on the bottom side by Bledsoe, allows him to get back up in front. He's going to get a bump from the 99, saying, hey, don't cut me off like that. Down into turn number 3 and 4. 99 drives it in way deeper, as he's going to slide up into the 42, but that's going to cause him to get up into the wall, not able to get that car slowed down. That's going to cost him 2 positions, as both the 42 and the 41 get by, and now the 15 O'Hara is right there on the back bumper of the 99. We got a battle for first, though, developing here, as Bledsoe is under attack by Kurgelek in that 42. Nothing happening quite yet as they head down the back straightaway, but keep an eye on the 8 and the 15 as they go side by side into turn 3 and 4. 15 able to nose in front of them of that battle, and now that's going to put the 8 and the 54 side by side through the tri-oval, as Kurgelek is still on the inside of Mathai, and now working for second a little further up in the shot as they work their way down through turns 1 and 2 again. Lots of great racing going on through the top half of the field, if not the whole thing, as after these restarts, lots of fast cars got to get to the front as quick as they can before the tires wear out. Side by side right there on the bottom of the screen, Purcell and Lafano, Hoots in the mix as well. Sobern in the 54, he's going to sit right there up in front of those 3, as the 15 O'Hara looks to the outside of Kurgelek for the 3rd and final podium spot. through 1 and 2. Taking a look from the blimp cam as we got a pass for the lead developing down the back straightaway as the 99 Tootsie Machine. He's going to have an advantage on the entry of turns 3 and 4. You can definitely see the different lines developing as Bledsoe gets out of it way early to get a really good run on corner exit, whereas Brennan will drive it in super deep and hope for the best and hopes for it to stick. That's going to let the 42 get that run back down to the inside as they're side by side for 4th and 5th. 0-1 and 54 there, side by side on the left-hand side of your screen now as the blimp view flips to the other side. Down the back straightaway, Mathia and Bledsoe, though, still nose to nose into turn 3. Dave Hera, they're in 3rd. 4th and 5th, 6th and 7th, all in the shot also. Focus a little further back, see if we can get some more cars in this blimp shot as we have a great camera crew on board helping us out tonight. As these guys go in deep, Kurdzak had a good run on Purcell, but Purcell says, nope, not that lap. I'm going to shut the door on you. That's going to kill the old momentum of the 41. He's going to lose a handful of spots out of turn number 2, and so is Purcell potentially. He's going to keep the momentum back up, though, and he's going to be door-to-door with the 8 on the entry of turn 3. Battle on for 3rd, though, as Sovereign to the inside of Hera this time through the tri-oval. Going to be door-to-door at the line. Sovereign pinches him up a little on the entry of turn 3 and 4. Hera's going to use the momentum and get a great run on the exit like he has been getting. He should be able to clear the 54. Now the 54 falls back in the grass with the 2 cars behind him, the 0-1 and the 0-1, the 8, the 91 there, all with him now in the back half of the top 5. This is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 4th for Sovereign. They work their way back through the tri-oval. Down across the start-finish line. That's the completion of lap 118. Down to the nitty-gritty of this one here in a matter of laps. 42 to go that time across the start-finish line as there's the top half of the field all in one shot heading down towards turn 3. Lots of great racing here early in this after this restart. Down across the line into turns 1 and 2. It's Mathia, Bledsoe, Hera, Sovereign, Lerfano, Purcell, Hoots, and Kurdzak there battling right there on the back half side of the screen. A little bit of contact between Kurdzak and Hoots. Going to cost the 41 a spot as the auto serve 75 goes hard to the inside of turn 3. He's going to look to make a move on Hoots as the momentum of that top line carries the 91 back through around. Try to keep it off the fence. He does with the 75, able to get that move done. Not able to clear up in front of the 91 quite yet as they go side by side back down into turn 1 and 2. Right in front of them, that's Lerfano and Purcell battling it out still now as we're going to go 3 wide off of turn 2 with a James Nelson sandwich. Kurdzak on the inside, Hoots on the outside. That's going to work out. No one gets any damage from that, so that's a good thing. As now Hoots going to use that top side and momentum, see if he can make a run around the top of the 01. Not able to make that happen as the 01 comes right up to the outside wall, closes that lane off. The hook go right down on the bottom of the inside of the tri-oval. Dave Lerfano right now banging on the back door of the 54. As they work their way through 1 and 2. Oh, Purcell gets a little bit loose there. Not sure what happened, but definitely got loose. That's going to give a big run to the Kurdzak. 41 down on the inside of turn number 3. He's going to get 3 wide there, a little further back between Purcell, Kurdzak, Pack, Rodriguez, Nelson, all right there. Throw a blanket over those 5. Lots of good, exciting racing here going on in the 3rd and final stage of this one. Maybe a little contact between the two 70 numbered cars, but able to continue on, both of them, as now Nelson and Purcell side by side into turn number 3. Work our way back through 3 and 4. Still lots of hard racing at the back half of the top 10 up here in the middle. It's Lerfano looking to chase down Curtis Sovereign, who is looking to chase down Dave Hera, who's currently running in 3rd position up front. Continues to be Brendan Mathia. He's going to lead his 71st lap of the race, that time across the line as they work down the back straightaway. There's a great shot of the field coming straight into your living room down into turn number 3 and 4. out of turn 4, back down the front straightaway in front of a capacity crowd here at Kansas Speedway. They've come out in droves for the All-American Racing League Cup Series as they work back down to 1-2. Most of the field single file now as they've sorted out the battles. As we see Mathia out front, Bledsoe in second. Look back to the 15, that is Dave Hara. First battle on track for position might be between the 91 and the 41. That is for 6th and 7th on the screen right there as the third left machine to the inside of the 91 off of turn number 4. Can't get it done, but they'll go side by side. Nope, back down in front of each other through the tri-oval as the 91 likes to get right down to the bottom and then right back up to the top line. 41 get back up beside him, not quite as they clear turn number 2. Single file down the back straightaway for most of the field at this point now. They head back through turns 3 and 4. Still lots of good racing all over the track. Mathia, Bledsoe, Hara, Lefano, Sabra in the top 5. Hoots, Kurgelek, Purcell, Pack, and Rodriguez the back half of the top 10. Looks like Sobrin's going to get into the wall, and Hoots and the 31 get together, trying to get around the Sobrin 54, who was slow after his contact with the wall. That's going to give an advantage to the 16 and the 01, who weren't involved, so they should be at full speed, but not able to make any progress on a couple positions in front of them as they work through 3-4, back down through the tri-oval. All I gotta say up to this point is if you don't like the racing on the 1.5 mile speedways with this package, you are not a fan of good racing, because we've had one heck of a race this afternoon. Battles all over the track as Hoots gets into the back a bit, and the 41 sends him down into turn number 3. It's going to cost Hoots a position, and then the 01 is going to get by Kurgelek on the exit, keep it off the wall. Now Kurgelek back down the track into the side of the 91, both able to continue headed in the right direction as that got a little dicey there off of turn number 4. Side by side, still behind them is the Rodriguez and Pack battle. Rodriguez able to clear the 16, that time off of turn number 2 down the back straight. Riley Hoots gets out of it a little bit. He is going to drop back 2 spots. Then he is side by side with Peck now at the back of the top 10. Up front, though, continues to be the 99 of Mathia. Bledsoe in the 42 right there behind him. Then the Gamer Tube Elite Dave Hara in the 15. Dave Lefano right there in 4th. Curtis Sobrin hanging on to a strong top 5 for him as he works his way down the back straightaway. Kyle Purcell, Michael Kurgelek, and Travis Rodriguez. That is 6, 7, and 8. 9th is Ken Peck. 10th right now is the 91 machine. Looks like Purcell headed down to pit road as the pit stop cycle looks to be started here in the final stage of this one, as we are right at 30 laps to go, sorry. So Kyle Purcell, the first car onto pit road here in stage number 3. So a handful of cars on pit road. Purcell, Nelson, Osborne, and Tyrone Yo all come to the attention of their pit crew. See that across the bottom of the screen, those 4 on pit road. As we will continue under green on lap number 132, 131 complete that time at the line for Mathia and Bledsoe. They head down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. More cars on the pit road at this point. Kurgelek, Sobrin, and Kelly Thomas all stop on lap 131. Fork, tires, and fuel, the name of the game for the pit crews this time, I would imagine, here in what is going to be the last stop of the afternoon for most of these cars, as both the 99 and the 42 and the 15 and the 16 and the 79 all get wound down to pit road speed. That's going to put Dave Lefano in the driver's seat as he will take over the lead here. Obviously yet to stop. Only 3 cars left on track who have not stopped. That's Lefano, Hoots, and Garns. The top 3 at this point run 1, 2, 3 down the back straightaway. See how long these guys will stay out. Lefano looks like he might be headed towards pit road this time. Out of turn number 4, he is down on the apron. He will bring it to the attention of his pit crew, and so will the Garns 20 right there behind him. So only 1 car left to pit. That'll be the Hoots 91, the only car left on track. So Mathia, though, will be heading out of pit road this time, and he is the car that will inherit the lead. If all goes according to plan, once the pit stop cycle is over, he is there in front of the 42. But Kyle Purcell coming high, wide, and handsome out of turn number 2 with a great time. He will be in the 3rd spot. And he will look to move around the 42 through turns 3 and 4. Not able to do it. Bledsoe blocks the top. They both go to the bottom, across the triangle, through the triangle, and back down into turn number 1. Lefano coming off of, Lefano coming off of pit road. He will rejoin the race. He will be in about the 4th to 5th position, but that is with Riley Hoot still on track yet to make a pit stop. See if he is going to run it out the distance of a tank of fuel, or when. We'll see when he comes down pit road. Currently out front by, I believe he's got a whole lap on the field. He sure does, as everyone else, as I mentioned, has been to pit road except for the Hoots 91 there. You can see on the left-hand side of your screen as Hoots continues to lead the way. So under 30 laps to go here from Kansas. 24 that time across the line for Hoots as he continues to lead here, maybe hoping for a caution, trap everyone a lap down. They would be able to take a wave around, I'm assuming, to get back on the lead lap, so wouldn't be too much to his advantage. He definitely is continuing to lead by a lap on everyone else on the track at this point. He is the 7th different leader on the afternoon here from Kansas. So Brendan Mathia is in position to inherit that lead once the Hoots 91 comes down pit road. That is the next 3 cars right there on the screen. Mathia, Bledsoe, Purcell headed down into turn 1. Behind him it's going to be Nelson and Kurjulek. They are sitting 5th and 6th on track with Gabriel Fawno in 7th. So we'll see if that extra lap that Lefano did compared to the rest of the cars is going to cost him, and see if he's able to make it up. He has obviously not a lot of new left, a lot more new in those tires than those guys, just a lap or 2 after, but we'll see how that affects his car towards the end of this run. Riley Hoots though still continues on track, not yet down pit road here as we cross to 22 laps to go, this time at the line down the back straightaway, so 21.5 approximately for the Hoot 91. Oh, up into the wall that time off of turn number 4. That's going to hurt the 91. Definitely slow him down a bit as he works through the tri-oval. There is the 99 looking to pounce and get his back on the lead lap as Hoots again up into the fence that time through turns 1 and 2. Mathia on the fresh set of tires and a full tank of fuel, tracking him down right there behind him now as he looks to the outside, so that will put 2 cars on the lead lap. Obviously one has not pitted as I say that. Riley Hoots headed towards the attention of his pit crew. He is going to lock it up and spin it out on the entry of pit road, hit the inside wall. He's going to back that up and correct it. Doesn't look like he got a speeding penalty, so at least he won't have to serve that, I believe. Looks like he is good on that, but definitely going to cost him a lot of time having to back that car up and get it back going here. 20 laps to go, so not the ideal time to make a pit road entry incident as he brings it down to his pit crew. Has to back it up a little bit. Again, going to cost him more time here in this one. They're changing the tires on that one, but Brendan Mathia clear through into the lead, and the new leader is a re-leader. Brendan Mathia back to the top of the scoring pylon with 20 laps to go here in this one. Down the back straightaway, the gap between him and Alan Bledsoe in second is 1.1 seconds. Purcell in third at 2.3 seconds off the lead. James Nelson and Kurjulek look like they are putting on a heck of a battle here for 4th and 5th across the line. They are roughly about 3.5 seconds behind the leader at this point. So they go side by side through turns 3 and 4. or sorry, that is turns 1 and 2. Give the position to Kurgelek. He's able to clear past the 75, pull up in front of him down the back straightaway. Dave Lafano, though, now looking to make a move on the inside of the 75 through turns 3 and 4 this time out of 4. Lafano down on the apron. He is going to get that spot at the line. Now he's going to get a little bit of company, though, as Nelson able to drive that car back in on the top side. Use that momentum that we've seen most of this race on the top side. Going to be able to stick it side by side down the back straight. Sure is. He go to the tower cam, though. Looks like Lafano would have been able to clear him, but he's going to go back to the bottom. Is going to work his way now back up across the track in front of the 75 on the exit of turn 4. Move Lafano up to 5th. Nelson back to 6th. Kurgelek still running in 4th. Purcell 3rd. But Brendan Mathia is the guy to beat on top of the scoring pylon. Still 1.2 seconds in front of his teammate Alan Bledsoe, as he works his way down through 3 and 4. We'll come to 16 laps to go this time at the line. 24 miles of racing left, 10% of the total distance still left to go here in this one as they cross the line. That time was 16 to go for the 99. We'll take a look back to Bledsoe. There's the difference between 1st and 2nd as they head on down the back straightaway. That is the gap to the leader, and then back to 3rd and 4th. Looks like Kurgelek is closing in on the back of the Purcell number 01 as they go side by side down into turns 3 and 4. Not quite side by side, sorry. Purcell will still have an advantage on the top side. He gets into the wall. That's going to cause him to get really loose and skate down across the track. That should help the 41 close that gap even more, this time down into turn 1 and 2. Gets up to the rear quarter panel of the 01, not able to get side by side, but on the exit of the back straightaway, both cars have some good momentum and should see this battle continue down into turn 3. While they are hunting down, while the 41 looks to hunt down the 01, move Lafano up into the 5th position right there on the back of the 41. He's going to take a little bit of a less aggressive route through the triovals, keep it more out to the outside and keep that momentum strung up. But now the Kurgelek 41, he's going to be right side by side with the 01 off the exit of turn number 2. But as I say that, the 8 is going to say, no, I want 3rd place. He dives to the inside, and he goes side by side with Purcell now into 3 and 4. Through 3 and 4, still side by side on the exit. Purcell on the outside, Lafano down on the inside. Looks like Purcell's going to nip him at the line. Lafano still there on the inside, going to go back to work. As this time, stick it to the top side. That's going to open the door for Kurgelek. He'll go side by side now with Lafano for 4th. But the top side continues to be the strong side, that time out of turn number 2, and Lafano able to clear the 41. All this going on about 4 seconds behind the leader, who's opened up a gap of about 1.2 seconds. Oh, as Purcell into the outside wall again, that time off of 4. That's going to let Lafano ease on by the 01. He's going to try to bring the 41 with him down into turn 1. He's going to come up and cut the lane on the momentum of the 01 off. The 41 tries to do the same thing, but he's not going to have enough speed. So he'll now get a little bump from the back of the 41, headed down the back straightaway. Move Lafano to 3rd, Kurgelek to 4th, and Purcell back to 5th. Through turns 3 and 4, Nelson right there also looking to make a move potentially here late in this one as Purcell one more time into that outside fence. 3 of the last 4 times out of turn 4. Purcell has hit that wall, obviously not causing too much of an issue as he's been able to keep right up with these guys. As I say that though, he loses a little bit of ground as Lafano gets a really strong run out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. There's the view of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th all on the screen at one time. Keeping an eye here on this small group of cars as they work their way out of turn number 4. Purcell almost up into the wall that time again, able to keep it out of the fence as the gap opens between Lafano in 3rd and Kurgelek in 4th, Purcell in 5th. As Kurgelek drives it in deep to 1 every time, it's going to let the 8 car get away from him on the back straightaway, potentially open the door for a run of the 01 down the back straightaway. Not happening quite yet though, as they go into turn number 3. 3 and 4 this time. Under 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go at the line. Now Purcell looks to the inside, encourage Elect, give that position to the 0-1 on the entry of turn 3. They're going to go crisscross applesauce as the 91, or sorry, the 41 goes back to the inside of Purcell this time through 3 and 4. Is able to hold off the run from the top side as Kurgelek has got the speed down the back straightaway to hold off the 0-1. Dave Lafano loves what he's seen in that rear view mirror as these two battling side by side has let him open up a gap of about, I don't know, half a second back to 4th and 5th. So as Purcell looks to the outside of Kurgelek again this time in 1 and 2. Dave Lafano encourages that battle to continue as he's able to pull away ever so slightly every lap. Up front though we see Mathia continuing to lead the way by 1.6 seconds over his teammate, but we'll keep our eye on this battle here for 4th and 5th as Purcell now able to clear Kurgelek through 3 and 4 off of 4 down the front straightaway. Can he keep it off the wall? Purcell does. He's going to now set his attention on the 8 car as they head down to turn number 1. Looking back on board the 8 cam, the spoiler cam, the Gamer Tube Elite spoiler cam as we look back at 4th, 5th, and 6th there as Purcell still able to keep it in front of Kurgelek there out of turn number 2, back down into 3 and 4. Lafano right up by the wall using that extreme top side while Purcell uses the middle and Kurgelek tries to work the bottom. Again, Purcell almost into the wall that time out of turn 4 again, able to keep it off of it as they work down through the tri-oval and back into 1 and 2. As that battle for 3rd and 4th and 5th has seemed to have settled down for the time being as Purcell able to clear the Kurgelek 41. Still trying to make some ground up on the 3rd place run 8 car of Dave Lafano. Not able to get any gap closure on that quite yet. We come down across the line, 5 laps to go. So Purcell closes the gap to under 0.4 of a second to the back of the 8 car this time through 1 and 2. As close as he's been here in a handful of laps. You can see the difference there between Lafano to Purcell. So it was small, it opened up, and now Purcell closes the gap back in each lap a little bit as we'll take a look here at the lap times. Sorry, wrong box. Take a look at the last 5 lap times. Purcell has been a little bit quicker, not really enough to make too much of a dent in the gap between the two, but a little bit quicker every lap is that Purcell machine. As I say that, we look a little further back and can see that the Kurgelek machine has lost another position as Nelson now takes over the 5th and final spot, or the top 5, sorry, the top 5, the 5th position. As Kurgelek falls a little further and further off the pace as he now in the grasp with the 79. 3 laps to go this time. We'll keep an eye on this battle here, potentially developing over the last 3 laps between Lafano and Purcell. Down into turns 3 and 4. Gap stays steady at about 0.3 of a second from Lafano back to Purcell. And the gap up to Bledsoe 2.2 and 4.6 off the lead. Currently, Mathia leads the way with a 2.4 second lead over Bledsoe with 2 laps to go this time out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. There's the gap back to 2nd. Mathia continues to lead this one here, looking for win number 7 on the season, first win of the playoffs, and looking to lock himself into the 3rd round, the round of 8. Down across the line, white flag in the air, 1 to go for Brendan Mathia in the 99, down into turn 1. Turn our attention a little further back to the battle between Lafano and Purcell with a gap as now opened back up to about 0.6 of a second that time at the line. So looks like the 8 car will hold on to the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. This time out of turn number 4 though, the winner looking for his 7th victory of the year down out of turn number 4, the 99 Tootsie Machine. That's Brendan Mathia going back to victory lane at Kansas. 2nd place will be Alan Bledsoe. 3rd at the line, Dave Lafano. Coming in 4th will be Kyle Purcell. 5th to James Nelson. Sixth to Travis Rodriguez, got him at the line. Michael Kurgelek in 7th. Curtis Sauber in 8th. Ken Peck 9th. And Dave Hara will round out your top 10. As we come to the end of another great All-American Racing League Cup Series event, we will step away for a quick second here, see if we can get a hold of the top 3 and get some interviews for you tonight before we go off the air. First, we'll grab a word with third-place finisher Dave Lurfano. What's going on? Hey, Dave, it's Nathan up in the booth. You got a copy? Big third-place finish here to start this round, so congrats on that. Got to be pretty happy with a third, I think.
Yeah, it's not what I wanted. I think I had, I had the speed to be with those guys. I was kind of running Alan down there at the end. I had a good long run car. I made a mistake on my pit stop. I should have come down with them on that final stop, and then I was a little slow getting to pit road, so I gave up some time. But yeah, P3 to start the first round here, the round of 12, I guess it is. So I'll take that all day long.
All right, well, congrats again, and hopefully we'll continue to talk to you through the rest of the playoffs, and I guess good luck next week at Talladega.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan.
All right, that's third place finisher Dave Lurfano. We'll get a word here with runner-up in the 42, Alan Bledsoe. Hey, Alan, it's Nathan. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, Nathan.
Alan finished second tonight here at Kansas behind your teammate in the 99, so good run for you. Obviously, always a little disappointing when you don't pick up that win, but I don't think you can be too upset with a second tonight.
Yeah, I certainly can't say I'm not disappointed. It's Brendan's home track too, so I get it. He lives closer, actually. He actually lives about 5 minutes from the track. But, like, it's my home track too, and I wanted to win just as bad. So, to finish second to him is, it's bittersweet, because as a team, we got the victory. We actually got first and second. And then, let's see, where'd Riley end? Oh, Riley ended up 13th. That's a rough race.
He had some issues getting onto pit road for his final pit stop that cost him a good run, unfortunately.
That's sad. But yeah, that was he had some he had the I guess the Tyler Reddick illness. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was dealing with that the whole race and trying to hold it in. So.
Well, glad he was able to make all the laps. That's a good thing. But again, congrats on the second. Hopefully, we'll keep talking to you here. Strong results that hopefully can propel you into the next round.
Yeah. Let's see. We're at Charlotte next week.
No, Talladega first.
Okay, Talladega, I can do a little better at, but Charlotte, that Roval, it just kicks my butt every single time I get on there. So, I'm glad we got a good first race.
All right, fair enough, Alan. Hopefully, we'll continue to talk to you the rest of the way, and good luck in the upcoming races.
Yep. See you, Nathan.
Okay, that was second place finisher Alan Bledsoe. We'll see if we can get a word here with tonight's winner and hometown boy, Brendan Mathia. Hey, Brendan, it's Nathan in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Score that 7th win on the year. The home track win makes it number 7, and then picking up that big win to move on to the next round of the playoff. That's got to be pretty sweet. And then going into Talladega and the Roval takes a little bit of pressure off for sure, I would imagine.
Yeah, those two tracks are, Talladega, anything can happen. Tough track. So definitely I'm glad this is probably my best track, if not one of my best tracks, being my home track. Always love coming here. Run really well, and I just know the track really well, but Alan kept me honest all night.
Well,
Starts were crazy.
yeah, definitely had to make some ground up on the restarts as best you could off the start, right? Everyone's battling for position. And someone told me the other night that feels like you're constantly under attack here. It doesn't matter where you are on the track, so it's definitely got to keep your head on a swivel, keeping guys behind you. But congrats again, and hopefully we can keep talking to you here through the rest of the playoffs. Good luck at Talladega next week.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem. All right, so that was, again, tonight's winner in the number 99, picking up his 7th win on the season. First win in the playoffs, but it's a big one as he will propel himself through to the next round with that win tonight. That is Brendan Mathia. So we'll take a quick look here at the race results from Kansas. Bring them up here on the screen. There they are. Tonight's winner, as we mentioned, Brendan Mathia, Alan Bledsoe, and Dave Lurfano, your top three. You got a word with each of them. Kyle Purcell and James Nelson coming home 4th and 5th. 6th through 10th was Travis Rodriguez there. Got Mike at the line by 3/1000ths of a second. So Travis Rodriguez, Michael Kurgelek, 6th and 7th. Curtis Sobran, after leading some laps in the middle of the race, comes home in 8th. 9th, Ken Peck. 10th, Dave Hera in his number 15. Larry Garnes, Kelly Thomas, and aforementioned Riley Hoots coming home 13th after his pit stop entry snafu on the last pit stop of the race. Tommy Osborne, Tyrone Yo, and Chad Snyder round out the cars running at the end of the race, and then Josh Hetrix unable to finish this one, 21 laps behind the leader. So before we go, again, we'll take a quick look at the upcoming schedule on the screen there. So next week, like we mentioned, Talladega Super Speedway, home of race number 2 of the round of 12. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we head to the Roval at Charlotte to end off the round of 12. Take a week off before we head out west to Vegas for the first of the round of 8 events. And we will go from Vegas on October the 8th. And then the next 3 races in the Truck Series this coming Sunday night, the 15th from Talladega. And then a few weeks off as we head to Homestead and Martinsville a little later in the month of October. So again, thanks for joining us here from Kansas. Always good to have you on. We'll be back on the air next Tuesday night about 8:25 Eastern. You can look for us online then. And again, thanks for coming out, and have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next Tuesday from Talladega.